There are few crises, very unprecedented. It just comes like a flash. High degree of uncertainty. So you don't know what is the next point you are taking, and leading to confusion and chaos, and people really don't know what's happening. So there is a high degree of speculation. The rumor mill is on. So you are not really sure what is truth, and that's where communication and some of those things are very important. If you take at an organization cut, this is where business continuity is at risk. And unfortunately, in many of the business continuity plans, the so-called BCPs, they cover only IT systems. Have you noticed that? Business continuity plan means it is IT's problem. Or how do you have the servers located, or a disaster recovery kind of a thing. But business continuity is not just IT. It is people. It is your own organization's assets, maybe important documents and other infrastructure you have built. I think there is a significant body of knowledge and a wide usage of project management in some of the crises, but not so much in the corporate scams or financial or economic. Or what I thought is I would share some of the experiences we have gone through in the last 8 or 9 months or so. I don't have to talk about what is the case here. I think most of you know, and without really getting into why this has happened, what is the background, that's all not the purpose today. The purpose is how did we recover from that crisis, and what kind of project management techniques, or at least a semblance of project management, has been brought in. First and foremost, when it hit on January 7th is, we all gathered and then we said, who are our stakeholders? Let's quickly define and prioritize them. It's very important to prioritize, because in the crisis you have only limited resources. I mean, even project management teaches that, right? You have only limited resources, but you have to prioritize and get the best results out. So we said customers, employees, partners, press, media, industry analysts, government, like that we listed down. Have you noticed one important stakeholder is missed in this? It's not missed. Investor. Is an investor anyway is taken a beating, and we don't know what is to tell investor, because it's a shock to everyone, right? People within, people outside, 50,000 families, and everybody is really in a sense of disbelief and fear. What would customer think typically? What are his 3 primary, I would say, needs or primary issues? Again, business continuity. So how will the business continue unless the employees are there? Because it's a services company, and people have to be there to render their mission critical, run their mission critical systems, the services, or the day-to-day IT systems, right? And there are people working on site at the customer location. There are people from offshore. So their question is, have you taken care of your employees? Because if you take care of your employees, then I think customers are okay. So look at how the cybernetic influence of one leading to other. Then we said, let's identify a few critical tasks, because it's very important. How do I projectize now? Unless we projectize these tasks, it's very difficult to monitor them, control them, and then report the progress, track the progress. So these are the 4 or 5 tracks formed. Customer retention. Not only retention, how do we grow also? So retention followed by growth. Then employee retention. Cost optimization, and we all knew that the cash is very limited. This is another significant challenge, because banks have frozen the accounts, and they would not even like to talk to, because we have some letter of credits kind of a thing. But at the same time, salaries have to be. But if bank freezes the account, how will you pay the salary? And in countries like US, you have to run 2 payrolls. So it comes by the time you clear one payroll, the other payroll is getting ready. Right? 15 days just fly in no time. Communication. This is where how the stakeholder communication is, whether it is customer communication, whether it is employee communication, whether it is partner communication. So we formed another task force for that.